one thing about me is that I'm a very, very determined person. When I want to get something, it's only God that can stop it. Only God, nobody.
Okay, so welcome to another episode of Intimate, where we get to hear stories from people that have been able to achieve something, a feat, great feat in their lives, and at the same time, as we're in those stories, we get to get inspiration, courage, and belief to do better on our own. On today's episode, we have somebody who I look up to. He's a boy child advocate. He is a chef, and at the same time, he hosts events. He has touched over 2,000 life and is still on the feet of doing even greater things. He's in his early 20s. And welcome on today's episode, Mr. Isaac. It's good to have you, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Yes.
Messi.
Yes. Yes.
Thank
sir.
you for having me here.
Yes, thank you for honoring us. From the little that I've been able to know about you, I know that you are somebody that is passionate about transforming life. You are when it comes to touching people's life, you are very, very intentional about it. So I want to first ask, the first question we'll be asking you today is, what sparked your passion for the boy child?
All right. My passion for the boy child actually like started like 3 years ago. That was 2022, and that day I was just working, and a thought just came to my heart that no matter how good a fabric is, if you give it to a bad tailor, the bad tailor is going to destroy it, irrespective of whether you got the clothes for like 2 million. If you give it to a bad tailor, it's going to spoil it. So it now occurred to me that people are focusing on the girl child, a lot of events, programs, advocacy is going on for the girl child, but none for the boy child. And if you train the girl child and you're not training the boy child, the girl child will get money to the boy you didn't train, and it's going to mess up all your work. So that's what like the major stuff that sparked my interest or passion for the boy child.
Wow. Since you started this your boy child advocacy, what has kept you motivated? Because the average Nigerian is not um is not, should I say, I don't want to use the word that is coming to mind, but the average Nigerian is wanting to do things for themselves. But now we have somebody that is looking to reach out to others, looking to touch lives and all of that. What has kept you motivated in the journey so far? What has kept you wanting to do this, irrespective of all that has been coming?
Okay, basically, I would say for a long period of time, I realized that life is not about you, life is about others. And what you, at the end of the day, this more about people that you've touched and what you've done for yourself. So what has kept me going on this journey is the fact that I realized that there is a lot of damage outside.
Mm.
When if you so I visit Boster home like every Saturday thereabouts when I was still in school, and I realized that my dear, there's a lot. So even though I stop now, there's still a lot. So I'm like, see, let me just continue this journey just because I want to create a change or make a change in the world. I want to make a
Mm.
change. That's been my major motivation here. Put it like that.
So, how do you think that your work as your advocacy as a boy child advocate, how do you think it has like changed the life of those that you reached out to?
Okay, yeah. It is a long journey. Like I started, when I started, I was so naive. I didn't know so much. So I had to learn. I had to submit under a coach to learn some stuff. Then how I know that what I've done has actually touched life in a way is the fact the testimony I've gotten back, the feedbacks, they've been so amazing. Even though I feel like the feedbacks is one of my major motivations because when I see anyone that I've talked to in the past and they are giving me testimony that, sir, do you remember when you said this and that and that? That's when I stopped this and that and that. Do you understand? Like
Mm.
there's a guy that I met and he said, I told them that back then that when you wake up, you tell yourself what you want to become in life. You speak it to yourself. And he said he started doing it and now he's seeing the result of that particular thing. So I feel like that has helped.
Well, can you like tell us that story, that particular story, the one you said you?
Okay. All right, okay. If I can remember vividly, I started going to Booster 2022, so I met them. I used to follow a woman called Mafumi. She's the um team lead of the NGO that I follow, that I used to follow there. So we talk to the boys and all. So there was a day they gave me an opportunity to talk to them. I taught them about decision, decide destiny. I taught them about what they speak, the power of what, that whatever you tell yourself is what you see in yourself.
Mm.
So um I told them, I spoke to everybody. So a year later, that was last year, I was posted to Ogun State for my NYC, Ogun State, Lagos State. So he now mentioned that he's in this area. So we now met, we linked up and we met in that particular place. And he was not sharing with me that, sir, now he's now working with FRSC, like he's, what is that? Road safety. Yes, he's working with road safety now. And he said, sir, if you remember those times, you used to tell us that when you wake up in the morning, you speak this and that,
Mm.
that will be successful, I will make it in life. Do you understand? You speak your vision into life. He said, now he's not enjoying everything. That everything he said, he's now seeing it now. So
Wow.
like that's the story, and it's doing
Wow.
amazing well. That boy, she is doing doing amazing well.
Wow. Mr. Isaac, those that
All right.
knows you well, knows that you are giving to so many things.
Okay.
You are, I mean, you are a student. You were a student of University of Ilorin. You were an ESCO in your fellowship.
Okay.
You were a chef. You are still a chef. You host events, and then you are a boy child advocate.
All
How
right.
do you manage everything? I mean, it can be a lot. That's like 4 to 5 things that you are doing, and there might be other things that we don't even know. So how are
Okay.
you managing everything?
Okay. Okay. Let me say number one, the strength and the wisdom of God. The
Okay, strength
strength
and
and the
wisdom of
wisdom
God.
of God,
Mm,
because I think there's a scripture that is coming to my heart, but I can't remember it right now. It's not by power, not by mind, but the spirit of the Lord is the
mm.
one that helps us. So basically, it has been by the help of God. And number two, prioritizing what really matters. Prioritizing what
What
really
really
matters. So
matters?
when I was in school, I was a student, I was a chef, I was cooking, I was running my business, I was running another business, surprise business. I was an executive in church. In 300 level, I went to catering school. I was doing a lot. So basically, I prioritize things that really matter. So, for example, I don't attend all classes. I
Mm.
attend classes that really matter. I don't go everywhere.
Prioritize
Then
things that really
it was when
matter.
I got to 400 level, I used to go to ShopRite. So on the level to ShopRite, I'm always in my hostel. I don't visit people.
Oh,
It was just centered on things that really matter. I don't spend time watching movies, except when I'm really free,
free.
or when I know that something is happening, I need to cool down this head and all. But let me tell you this, I was enjoying life. That was the truth. I was really enjoying life at that particular time. I didn't like suffer myself. I was doing things that I really love to do. I was around people that I really love to do. I had roommates. People used to come and greet me. The fact that I don't visit others does not mean no one to come and greet me. But basically, prioritizing what really matters. That was what really is.
Prioritizing what really matters. And the whole thing about
Prioritizing.
prioritizing things that really matters, it has a lot to do, it has a lot to do with you having to focus your mind on important things. It's not like maybe you were not having fun.
Yeah.
It's not like you were not, but then when it comes to doing the things that
Them really matters. Focus on it.
you were focused on it. um I don't know, but do you have, what are the common misconceptions that we in this age have about the boy child that you feel like should be changed over time? Maybe there are some things, there's this there's this belief that this mindset that we have towards the boy child, that you feel like we can actually do better, or it should not be, we should not be seen that way.
Yeah, I feel like the boy child is not trained from home. Everything starts from the family. The boy child is being neglected. So let me share something with you. If you have a home whereby you have a boy, you have a child, let's say two boys, or let's say one boy, two girls, or two. You realize that they will tell the girl, don't go out by this time.
Time
The guy is allowed to go out.
go out. Mm.
So there's a lot of discipline inculcated into the girl child, but the boy child being ọkùnrin is a boy, let him do anyhow.
Anyhow.
You understand? Even in school, you be like, all boys are stubborn. It should not be so.
Mm.
All boys, let them be free. I think a lot of freedom is being given. That's a lot of misconception that the way a girl child is being trained is
Trained is,
the way a boy child should be
should be
trained.
trained.
It's the same training. The
Yeah.
same training.
A boy
So
child should be able to cook.
wash, take
Yeah.
responsibility for himself. So when you enter a boy's room, a guy room, let me put it that way. When you enter a guy room, if it's rough, you don't blame you don't blame the guy. But if it's a girl, you be like, ah, Oshe Dotty, Oshe. Mhm. The
Mm.
same thing should be there. Another misconception is the fact that we feel like because they don't talk, they are fine.
Mm.
They are we have a lot of boys that is damaged. Let me put it that way. Let's
Mm.
just leave it.
Mm.
Because they don't
They
talk.
don't talk.
When they talk, they blame them for talking. When they express themselves, they feel like you're not meant to express yourself. Please, if you need to talk, talk. If you need to cry, cry.
Cry.
That's just
As
life.
a boy child,
I
you
have to
should.
cry.
And the word man up, like
Man up,
they
yeah.
believe that a boy child should always keep to himself. Don't. But generally, it shouldn't be like that. You
Yes.
should always. So, with regards to your, I know that you are okay. You are a spiritual person. So, how do you like balance your faith with the boy child advocate and then also the events that you organize?
All right. This one that you're asking me a question around boy child, boy child, boy child.
No, of course we are going to touch on that things, but I just
I'm
really.
not a boy child like that too. It's a side hustle, but it's a major thing. And I'm just joking.
Okay.
I balance my faith with every other stuff I do because I would say every idea, everything I do is for my faith. Like I
Mm,
get ideas, I get instruction from my faith. Everything that I've done in my life that is worthwhile is from God.
good.
So I need to even balance it. Because I've realized the time of my life that I realize it's in a place of prayer, I get like ideas. When I stop, if the devil wants to attack me today, you should just take prayer.
Mm,
Do you get? So because I get most of my ideas there. So I need to just balance it. It is a must for me to balance it if I still want to do something worthwhile.
mm, makes sense. So this particular question is off the book, and it's a question that I've always had in mind for a very long time.
Okay.
So when we first met, we met through a program that you hosted, YBWC. It's a yearly program, by the way. Majorly holds in Ilorin for those that wants to attend or would love to know about the program. So I volunteered for the program as a back then. I think it was 2023,
Yes, sir.
2023. That was the first edition. You got to invite Mr. Paul Olubori, um, Pastor Jimmy, and many others. So when I came for that program for the volunteers meeting, it was about 2 weeks. The first physical volunteers meeting was like 2 weeks to the program, and I remember when I came, you were saying while we were having the meeting, you were very open to us. You made us understand what is on ground, and then you said something like, the program that we are looking to host was a program that was we're looking to host about 800 people, and the budget for the program was in million, not thousand. And then you're telling us things like the money in the account is not even up to it's not even up to 10,000. Say, it's not even up to 1,000, and you were still courageous that the program will hold, and eventually the program held, and it did not just hold; it was a massive success. How did you? What kept you going? How did you like? What was the back pain that you had? I don't get anything for sounds now, but I will host a program that was going to cost me over 1 million.
Hmm. Wow, YBWC 2023. It was how will I put it? It's a lot. But one thing about me is that I'm a very, very determined person. When I want to get something, it is only God that can stop it. Only God, nobody. So it has been a pattern from me since childhood. But that particular program, let me even bust your bubbles. That day, you were working before me when we were going to that church.
Yes,
I
yes.
said, well, he asked us that, where is my friends? I said, that's my friend. He said, I said, what do you want to do? He said, hey, keep on program. I said, oh, thank you so much. Then he didn't even know I was the convener.
Yes, at that
He didn't remember. Even though I was convener. So
time.
because how the budget for the program was like 1.8 thereabout million, 1.7, 1.8 million, and
Wow.
I didn't have any money. I just had to do it. And this was like 2 weeks before the event. I didn't have money. I like maybe that day I didn't have money, but I had deposited the all fee was 600,000. I deposited 20K. So it remains like 580,000 naira. I've
580,
not paid for
wow.
flights. I've not paid for a lot of stuff,
Mm,
sound system and all. But one thing I have realized is that when God tells you to do something, just do it.
do
Help
it.
came. I was
Mm,
marvelously helped by God. And prior to that time, God told me to like raise some people like mentor some group of people, which I did. I shared the vision with them, and some of them like, okay, take this, and that. It was it was a lot. I won't say it was smooth. I didn't have money. It was not so smooth, but all glory to God, it was a success, and I didn't like owe people. That's the successful part of it.
Wow, it's not, wow.
That's the successful part. Say no owe person after event.
That's that's a lot. That's a lot. Um, One thing again that is also on my mind that is like is off the books now is I know you to be somebody that you've got like you've been able to access so many people over time. So like how have you been able to like people top people and all of that? How have you been able to manage all of that? How have you been able to do
All right. First of all, it's not about power, not about mind. Thank God for God.
it?
But secondly, I've not accessed anybody. Oh. I don't know
Yes.
the president of Nigeria yet. No one will reach that level. You know, hey, you can clap for yourself. But now, but basically, I would say, nobody is unaccessible. Like, is there any English like that? You can access anybody. You just need to try. Do you
Mm,
understand? So what I do is that there's somebody that told me that everybody you want to see, they're just two persons away.
mm,
So if you need to like see the president of the governor of Kwara State today, it's just two persons away. Somebody you know knows somebody that knows the
mm,
governor. So like that. So that's one principle I use. And that thing is that I search for them online. Like I listen to them a lot. Anybody I've invited to my event or to my conference or anything, I've actually made a lot of research about them.
about them.
So in making research, I've like had them say, okay, if you want to reach me, this is how to reach me. Then I go
Mm.
through the means. So basically that's it.
Okay, so thank you very much for answering the question so far. So we have a trivia question there for you. We have
Okay.
1 to 10. So you would pick a number from 1 to 10. Three, you pick three numbers. So once you pick a number, we ask you the question tied to the number, and then you would answer for us. So just from 1 to 10.
Number 9.
Number 9. Okay, this is a very nice question. So if you could go back in time and give advice to your
Hmm.
younger self, what would it
Wow, that question is nice.
be?
I'm still young though.
Okay.
I'm still very young. But what would I tell my younger self? All right. I'm to give advice to my younger self, though I'm still young. I would say I'll tell my younger self to speak up on time.
Mm,
Learn to communicate your thoughts, your emotions, how you feel. Because sometimes I'm always scared that if I see this, how people feel, how would this person feel and all. I'll just tell myself, speak up and all. Next thing I will tell myself is do it afraid. Do it
mm,
afraid. Do it regardless.
mm,
Whatever will happen, will happen. People that want to talk will talk. If they
oh,
don't do it, they will talk. So do it
mm,
regardless. Do it
mm.
regardless.
If you don't do it, people will talk. If you do it, people will
People
talk.
talk, so do it.
Mm,
That's
mm.
it.
So what's the second question? What's the second number you pick?
Number 3.
Number 3. If you could travel to anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
Where will I go and why? Where will I go and why? Where will I go? Dubai. Why? I don't know, but I just want to visit Dubai. Sincerely,
God,
is it
God
my?
make it happen.
Yeah. I want to go to Dubai. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Why? Why?
So
I don't know.
so one more question, one more number.
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay, what is your favorite book
Yeah, favorite book.
and why do you like it or why do you love the book?
How to win friends and influence people.
Mm,
That book actually shaped my life.
mm,
It made me realize that there's nobody I cannot access.
mm,
It made me realize that there's nobody I cannot talk to. And it made me realize there's nobody I cannot be friend with. Yeah. It's
mm.
like food is very that book is very, very if I say food
You're a chef, so it's
that
understandable.
that book is very, very powerful. That was very, very powerful. And I recommend it to anybody out there. How to win friends and influence people. It's a very small, it's not small, but it's by Dele Carnegie or something like that. So powerful. I read it 2017 after secondary school.
Wow. I think I've seen the book, but I'll check
You've
it
not read
again.
it?
No, not like I've not read it,
Man,
but
read it too.
okay, so that's the end for the trivia question. So before you go,
Okay.
if you have an advice for the younger generation, if you could give advice to the people that are listening, or to somebody that is wanting to take that move, or wanting to do that thing, or wanting to start something, what would your advice be?
Hmm. I'm not in the best position to advise anybody because we are all still young and all. But basically, if I'm to tell advise people in my generation, young people, I would tell them number one, seek for knowledge. There's an extraordinary version in everybody, but that
Mm,
extraordinary version will not come out if you don't seek for knowledge, if you don't seek to know. Because
mm,
you will feel you know some a lot until you start reading, then
mm,
realize that I don't know
mm,
anything.
mm,
So I would tell people my advice is that go and seek for knowledge. Don't just accept the norms. Seek to know so much. And when I mean knowledge, this is not knowledge that is because they are bad knowledge. Do you
mm.
understand? Not that you are looking to go and what's the origin of Christianity. That one is none of your business. Seek to learn things that can
Help your mind.
help your mind basically,
Mm,
that will make you become a better version of yourself, that will improve your skills and all. And if you don't like reading, you can start with YouTube by watching TEDx programs.
mm,
So many, see, you, I think YouTube is the best app. I'm not joking. It's the
mm,
best app. There's so many things you can learn on YouTube. And that thing I will tell people is that in our generation is that don't be proud. Little
mm.
achievements. Some people you just realize because they have more money that cannot cure cancer. Everybody, you're shouting everywhere. Don't be proud.
Don't be
There's
proud.
more. What you think you have is another person's chicken change. So
Mm,
be calm, be ready to learn, be ready to
mm,
learn, focus, be
mm,
disciplined, be determined,
mm.
and have the right circle. I think that's my last one. Have the
Right
right circle.
circle.
They will help you. The right friend, the right family. May not be able to choose the right family, but the right circle is your power to choose the right
Right
circle
circle.
and have the right partner. No.
Mm. So thank you very much for your responses on today's episode. I've actually been blessed by it. And so as many that are watching, if this has blessed you, you've gotten one or two from me, do well to share, to like, and to subscribe, so as to reach many people and to also impact and touch many people. See you on the next episode. Until that time, bye.
Bye.